Professor Izvic, thank you very much for this opportunity to have interview with Western Balkans Fund. Please, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself.
My name is Selma Izvic and I am the full professor of computer graphics at the Faculty of Electrical Engineering, University of Sarajevo. And I'm also a president of the NGO Digi.Ba, which is now performing one of the projects funded by Western Balkans Fund. And I am in the field of digital heritage since 15 years. My research laboratory and my colleagues are creating digital cultural heritage applications for European funds and for local funds in order to improve and to promote our Bosnian cultural heritage.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us a little bit more about this project that you are implementing with Western Balkans Fund?
This is the second project that we are implementing for Western Balkans Fund. It is called Roman Heritage in the Balkans. And at the beginning we decided to promote through 360 videos and virtual reality 4 locations, 4 archaeological sites in the Balkans. So we have collaboration of 4 countries here. We have Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Serbia and Albania. And we selected 4 sites. We went there, recorded the sites in 360 degrees videos, and then we recorded the actress Selma Alice-Pahic from Bosnia and Herzegovina, who was a kind of guide narrator through that virtual reality application on green screen, and then we superimposed her in the virtual environment. So the final product of the project is a VR application that can be viewed on the VR headset, or on a desktop computer. And actually Selma, the actress, is playing goddess Minerva, and she is taking the viewers through Ilidža near Sarajevo, Viminacium in Serbia, Dures in Albania, and Municipium S in Montenegro.
How important is regional perspective for your project?
It is very important because the whole Balkans region was a part of Roman Empire. In the Roman times, there are many cities, many fortresses, many facilities built by Romans, and there are many remains and archaeological sites nowadays, which are more or less pretty neglected and not known. So we use this project to promote the sites for tourists and for general public in order to attract the people to cultural heritage and to promote that common dimension of history of Balkans, which is the Roman age history.
Let me ask you, how effective is the cooperation among your partners?
The cooperation is very nice because all of these people love heritage. So we have in our crew archaeologists who are somehow owners of the sites, and actually many of them were excavating those sites that we are now doing. So they treat them as their children, you know. They are very fond of those sites, and they are really excited by the possibility to promote these sites through modern technologies. Then we have the film crew. We have a movie director, Ahmed Imamovic, who is a very famous movie director in Bosnia and worldwide. And for him is a challenge because he is now doing 360 degrees film, which is an experiment. It doesn't exist in the film language grammar for that kind of film. Then we have our technical crew. Then we have our programmers, actors, and all the crew is very excited about the project, and all people from all countries are working as one team.
Does your initiative contribute to wider national initiative?
Well, yes, we are a part of several European projects, and we always, on the visibility events of those projects, we are promoting also our other work, which is lately this first part which was completed of Roman heritage in the Balkans. And actually everybody is astonished how rich is the heritage of the Balkans and how advanced is our group in technology sense, so that we can really follow the major European groups in this field of digital heritage.
I would like to mention partnership support. So please, can you tell me more about the support that you get from your partners?
Yes, the partners are essential because they are our hosts when we go to film the sites. At first, they give us the background information on the sites so we can create scenarios for the application. Then they are our hosts. They organize the visits on the sites, on locations. They facilitate the licenses for filming and so on. And at the end, when we finish the application, they organize promotions because we have at the end of the project promotion in every site that was done. So we have 4 promotions at the end of the project, and actually for the local community that promotions are always quite important, and people like to see that. So yes, the partners are really collaborative and they are essential for the success of the project.
And how do you see this partnership, as temporary or long-term collaboration?
No, we now discovered these people and we plan to collaborate in many other projects. We even wrote some applications together for different other funds, and it was a great opportunity to find out about these people and these organizations. For example, there is a Vimnacium Archaeological Park in Serbia, which is, I think, the best organized archaeological park in the Balkans, and they are a treasury of various ideas and projects. So surely we will collaborate further with them and we will write new initiative. As you know, in this region there are many cross-border funding possibilities, so we will also use that funding possibilities to write something and to collaborate further with these people.
Thank you. Let me ask you, how deep are your connections to other organizations in the region?
Well, we collaborate very actively with people who are doing similar work, and especially with archaeologists, because we write many projects. As you know, there is no possibility to get any funding if you are not applying to every possible call that is on. And in writing these projects, many of funding schemes request that the partnerships are regional. So we need people from the region and we need to know people from the region. So I have been inquiring for many years who are the people from this field in Croatia, in Bosnia, in Serbia, Albania, even Romania and Slovenia. We have collaborations with many people, either from the technical point of view with the faculties that do technical sciences and computer science, or the people from cultural heritage field who are organizing archaeological excavations and conferences. We have been also guests at many regional conferences from digital heritage, and always we promoted our work, and also people, we were happy to know the new people and get some new ideas for new projects.
Can you tell us more about relationship with your community?
Well, in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Sarajevo, we are, thank God, quite well known because we have been working in this field for 15 years. And we have started with small projects without any funding, done mainly by our students, because my idea was to teach computer graphics in a way that the students do something that has some long-standing value. So if they are doing, for example, some lab exercises, why they would not do any cultural heritage object to try the same technology that they could do on some generic object. So we started in 2005 to collaborate with museums in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Sarajevo, and our first projects were digital collections, digitalizations of artifacts from those museums. So, of course, we give much importance to the visibility of our projects, and the museums also appreciated that because they got for free something that is quite expensive job. So they organized promotions of our projects. We also published a lot of papers from that research that we have been doing with students. So the visibility came in a way as a reward for that. And then also some major donors recognized our work from European Commission, and we got first an FP7 project, then we got one Horizon project, and so on. Now we are running one Creative Europe. So the visibility and the importance of a group in a community only depends on their work. And we are really working very hard and we love what we do. So I believe that people from heritage community are happy with our work, and we have a lot of ideas to do many things here.
Do you think that somehow Western Balkans Fund helped you to enter into regional market?
Well, Western Balkans Fund, we have been collaborating with you since, let's say, 2-3 years, since the first proposal we wrote. So we were already established in the market. But what was really good from this funding scheme was that we emphasized that regional aspect of collaboration, and because the last project that we were running was a Horizon project, and we were working with Italians, with Cypriots, with Greeks, with Czech Republic people, and so on. So not many people in the region. And somehow that regional aspect was a little bit missing. So now we expanded, thanks to this Roman heritage in the Balkans, we expanded also our visibility in the region and our network of contacts. And now we are doing the second part of that project. We are doing the 4 new locations. So I think with 8 locations, it will be really serious visibility to the Roman heritage of the Balkans.
Apart from financial support, what do you think, what kind of support WBF can support you with?
Well, I think that this visibility support is great for us because if you promote our work in your contacts lists, in your networks, then for us it's great because then we get new opportunities, our work is more known. And maybe logistically to help organizing some promotions in certain areas and maybe facilitate with the media and so on. That could be good for us, and we would appreciate it.
Of course. When it comes to regional cooperation, where do you think the problem is? Would you describe it more as a community approach or political?
Well, I think that considering through what this region went, the political problem is not so evident. Basically, when we are working with the countries from the region, we are working with professionals and with people who are above politics. So I don't think that politically we have any problems in our work. But I think that the goal is to really use the funding opportunities in the region because there are many opportunities and there is a lot of competition. So you have to delegate a good idea, you have to write it very well, and you have to use this regional network. So I think that this kind of funds, as Western Balkans Fund, is a really fantastic tool to facilitate the regional collaboration and to encourage people to seek for the partners from the region.
How well do you think regional cooperation is understood and promoted in Bosnia and Herzegovina?
I think it's quite good because there are a lot of cross-border projects that are really fantastic. Now we are working on a project amusing museums. There are 2 museums, one from Montenegro, one from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we are very excited. This is like exclusive for you to announce that we are working now on the digitalization of the battle for wounded people, battle on Neretva, and we are helping in modernization of the museum of that battle in Jablanca. And so these kind of things are really fantastic opportunities to improve these 2 museums, one from Montenegro, one from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And similar funds are really giving great opportunities. So I think that people who, I mean, we started in the communist regime where everything was kind of for granted, you know. And then we entered in the capitalism where one has really to work hard for everything, to achieve whatever benefit. So I think that now our people are slowly learning that they cannot achieve anything if they are just sitting and waiting for the state, for the government to give them some money to do the work, but they have to work hard in finding opportunities. And these collaborations, regional collaborations, are great opportunities, especially for cultural heritage field and culture, and also these creative industries. So I think that now slowly but surely these things are becoming fundamental for every organization, and people feel that even as an NGO, they don't need a lot of infrastructure in order to facilitate a good idea if they have knowledge and if they have good funding opportunities.
If you could describe the desired success of your initiative in few words, what would you say?
Well, we really would like to present and preserve cultural heritage in Bosnia and Herzegovina and other countries through digital technologies. And we believe that digital technologies enable people to travel to the past, which was always a wish of people to make time travel. So now it's happening, and we are very happy to facilitate it. And it is not easy to follow the technological development because the technology is developing very, very fast. And it is a skill to create some application that will not be obsolete after 2 or 3 years. So we have to be very careful in choosing our platforms, in choosing the hardware to display the applications. And also we need to approach all generations of people, not only the youngsters, not only the children, but we have to create such applications that are not complex even for people who are not familiar with technology, and that they can enjoy also in cultural heritage.
That's amazing. Are you planning to apply for other regional funds?
Yes, we are applying for everything. You know, we have a saying that one has to try to plant everywhere and something will grow. So we are planting, we are really trying to find as many calls as possible because we have a lot of ideas and we need funding for that idea. So whenever we see a call, we are writing something up and hoping that we will succeed.
And at the end of this interview, let me ask you, how does your organization advocate? Do you actively advocate for regional cooperation solutions?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, now I'm working in parallel with 2 organizations. One is our NGO, Digi.Ba, and another one is through University of Sarajevo, because we are also applying for some funds through the university. So yes, of course, we are really happy to collaborate in the region, and we think that the power is in this regional collaboration.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure to speak to you, and thank you for speaking for Western Balkans Fund.
Thank you for inviting me.